Yeah, well, I am loving this abundance of oxygen we are having today.
Yeah, do you want to know where it comes from?
Sure, dude.
I think I have something for you guys. Follow me. Hey guys, look what I got.
What, Sesame Street?
No, funky photosynthesis.
So let's take a look inside a cell, hear the facts and listen well. If you ain't sure of this process, then we are here to tell.
In the chloroplast, this process happens very fast. We know this because some guy discovered it in the past. Photosynthesis is important indeed. It produces all the oxygen that we need to breathe. It uses CO2, H2O, and light energy to help plants grow and get the food that they need.
Red and blue light are the perfect conditions for both photosystems to complete their mission. The thylakoid we know needs some recognition because it's where this occurs. Now here's a transition. Cause without photosynthesis there's nothing to breathe. No oxygen for you and me. Who could handle such a process? Especially plants, cause it's how they get their energy. Cause without photosynthesis it's hard to foresee the growth of a plant or a tree. If you don't know all the reactions that take place in the leaf, just follow us and you will see.
In photosystem 2, light of red or blue enters chlorophyll A and gives it something to do, like excite the electrons, which will split into pairs and combine with the hydrogen so they can prepare
The NADPH2, a lovely product of PS2, which is passed to the stroma for further use. And while this is happening, water splitting is attacking, passing hydrogen and oxygen to where it's lacking.
Like the atmosphere. Yes, that's right, my dear. If it didn't, we'd die, but no need to fear. The electrons from the hydrogen go back to the chlorophyll, cause they have duties they need to fulfill.
I hope you know this reaction is non-cyclic. The electrons used in the first cycle are different in the second. Like be beaten on chlorophyll B, so the cycle can occur again. Now sing with we.
Cause without photosynthesis there's nothing to breathe. No oxygen for you and me. Who could handle such a process? Especially plants, cause it's how they get their energy. Cause without photosynthesis it's hard to foresee the growth of a plant or a tree. If you don't know all the reactions that take place in the leaf, just follow us and you will see.
Photosystem 1 follows photosystem 2. It's light dependent, meaning it needs light to follow through. Light hits the chlorophyll A, exciting the electron as the coenzyme carries it on.
Yeah, this coenzymal energy is very important, you see. It makes a proton force to help make ATP. But without a special enzyme, it's a waste of time. So ATP synthase comes into busted crime. Since ADP has two groups of phosphate, this little enzyme adds a third group. Ain't that great?
Yeah, now we have a simple product of this light reaction, so we can move on to the stroma for further action. Now before we wrap things up, you must listen well. This reaction is cyclic. Hey, does that ring a bell?
Yeah, it does, but in this case it doesn't end. The same electron that left returns to do it again. Hey, thanks for sticking with us. So far so well. We want you to go home with a story to tell. So there you have it, PS1 in a wrap. Now let's move on to the stroma for our final lap.
Cause without photosynthesis there's nothing to breathe. No oxygen for you and me. Who could handle such a process? Especially plants, cause it's how they get their energy. Cause without photosynthesis it's hard to foresee the growth of a plant or a tree. If you don't know all the reactions
reactions that take place in the leaf. Just follow us and you will see. Now we're in the stroma, you better listen good. Here's the final stage of how plants get their food. The dark reaction is its name. See-through pathway, Calvin cycle, yeah, it's all the same.
It's called dark reaction because it doesn't need light. Yeah, that means it could happen in the night. It starts with your rump, lined up and straight. Add a CO2, you get an unstable diphosphate,
which will then split into 6 parts. PGALs. Now here's where the fun starts. ATP and NADPH come up, turns 5 PGAL back into 3 rump. While this all goes back to repeat, the other PGAL is used to make a tree.
Yeah, glucose is a product indeed, as well as the other things that the plant may need. ATP goes back to ADP. Now this process is completed.
Food for a tree!
Because without photosynthesis, there's nothing to breathe. No oxygen for you and me. Who could hate on such a process, especially plants? Cause it's how they get their energy. Cause without photosynthesis, it's hard to foresee the growth of a plant or a tree. If you don't know all the reactions that take place in the leaf, just follow us and you will see. Cause without photosynthesis, there's nothing to breathe. No oxygen for you and me. Who could hate on such a process, especially plants? Cause it's how they get their energy. Cause without photosynthesis, it's hard to foresee the growth of a plant or a tree. If you don't know all the reactions that take place in the leaf, just follow us and you will see.
Hey, well, how's it going up there?
Good. Lots of oxygen.
That's awesome.
Woo! That's so dirty.
Lots of oxygen over here, by the way.
Yeah, lots of oxygen. Oh no.
Well, I am loving this abundance of oxygen and gnats today.
Oh.
Are my eyes like puffing up? Dude, like
Stupid gnats. Oh my god.
I think I have something for you guys.
Sorry, like one flew in my eye.
Oh, okay, here. I think I have something for you guys. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Alex.
Oh.
Yeah. Just like a couple steps. Yeah.
Alright.
Just looked like weird when you were just like standing.
This ADP has 2 groups of phosphate. This little enzyme has a 3rd group, ain't that? Okay. Oh my god! IDP has 2 groups of phosphate. This little enzyme has a 3rd group. Ain't that great?
Yeah, now we can